Hello students of class 12. The other day we had already done the octave portion of the poetry of earth, and there we had seen how the grasshopper takes the lead and becomes the poet of summer. We have seen that the poet begins the poem with a emphatic declaration that the poetry of earth is eternal. And then he goes on to say that how it becomes eternal means when all the songbirds fail to sing because they are so tired, and they seek shelter in the what do you say seek shelter in the cool shade of the trees. At that time, when it almost seems that the music of nature or the poetry of earth will come to an end, it is at that time the grasshopper calls out, and it ensures that the poetry of earth is alive. And other thing is that even in extreme heat, extreme summer does not exhaust the grasshopper, because it sings out very joyfully, and it only when it is very tired, it goes under a pleasant weed and takes rest. Pleasant weed is unwanted plant. So there we stopped the other day. That is how the grasshopper becomes the poet of summer. In the next sestate, we will find that how the cricket helps to keep the poetry of earth alive in winter. What happens? Winter is very cold. It's harsh winter. Okay. And there is frost all over. Frost is when there is a sheet of ice, when ice forms on the ground level in that way. So that is a kind of weather condition. So it's extremely cold, and generally in such means when it's so cold, people keep indoors, and all those who keep indoors, they are in a state of drowsiness, that is a half sleepy state. So there is an absolute silence because of this frost and extreme cold. There is an absolute silence in the nature. So just like in summer, the same situation also comes in winter, when it seems that the music of nature has come to a standstill. Just as a grasshopper, the cricket, it's also a very small insect. It has entered the house, and as we know, in England you have the hearth, the fireplaces, okay, which is referred to as the stove in that way, which burns inside the house, and there are separate places for that. So the cricket has entered the house, and it has gained that warmth from that fire, okay, of the stove, and it calls out in a very shrill voice. So in that way, the dead silence of the atmosphere is broken, and once again the call of the cricket brings back life to nature. And when this call of the cricket is heard by a person who is drowsy in the sense I already said, that half sleepy state, what does he think? He mistakes this song of the cricket uh, for that of the grasshopper in some grassy hills. Means hearing the call of the cricket, he feels that maybe, you know, it is the grasshopper who is calling out. That is, he has mixed up with the winter and the summer in that way. Because he is in a half sleepy state. Now, and in this way, the cricket takes the lead in winter to carry on with the music of earth. So, the declaration that the poet had made in the very first line of the poem, that the poetry of earth is eternal, he has, you know, very categorically told us in both the octave and the sestet that how he it's how the music of nature or the poetry of earth continues with the cycle of seasons, and who are the two main you know creatures, the two very small insects who who takes on the responsibility of continuing with the song of nature. Now this poem also means both this cricket and the grasshopper, they are symbol of hope. In other way, this poem can also be interpreted in this way, that when things, okay, are not in our favor at all, okay, it is means extreme summer and extreme winter can be compared to our very you know difficult times of our life. It is the hope, okay, which helps us to, you know, move on, which helps us to carry on with our daily lives. Okay, so and apart from this, the main theme of this poem main theme of the poem is nature. And not only does he talks of nature through these two creatures, but the poet also is trying to tell us that even these extremities, that extreme summer and extreme winter, they also have their own beauty, and it is this beauty which brings about the balance in nature. So students, hope you have understood what I have tried to say. Of course, it was a revision of what we have already done. So that is it. The questions could be about, you know, how does the poet show that the poetry of earth continues through the cycle of seasons, or the role of cricket in winter, then the theme of the poem. So these are mainly the important questions that you should prepare, and short answers I have already given, and you can also consult the test papers for more questions. So that's it. All the best. Thank you.